Good afternoon, this is Firefighter Rlujan. Today we're going to be discussing on backing up an apparatus into the bays. When returning back from a call or incident, the firefighter, the driver, or the operator, remember where you're at, will bring the apparatus back into the bay and stop. At that point, any members of the crew or in the cab will exit the vehicle and will not exit the vehicle until it's completely stopped. Once the vehicle has come to complete stop, everybody's going to exit the vehicle and either cross in front or along the side of the vehicle to where the driver can see everybody, make sure he's clear. Once that has happened, the driver will then position the rig or the apparatus in whatever position needs to be to back into the position or back into the bay. At this point, we're going to have one spotter on the driver's or officer's rear view mirror, which would be the right corner of the apparatus. Then we're going to have another operator if you could, and if that's possible, which will be our main background guide towards the rear left side of the driver. Once everybody's in position, they will then carefully back the apparatus up. Now, as far as for movement, the ground guard to the right of the operator, he will move with the vehicle, ensure nobody comes in that area. The ground guide towards the rear of the vehicle on the driver's side will not move at all. They will position themselves in the final, which should be the final spot for the apparatus to stop. They will guide the apparatus in using hand gestures, which identify for the apparatus and the driver to move backwards. Once the driver starts the actual movement of the apparatus into the back of back into the bay, they'll make sure that they will not have any radios or telephones or any other type of distracting equipment on. Put them on silent, other than the department radio, which should also be lowered in volume so you can hear any commands or directions being screamed or told to him by the ground guides. As well as they should have their windows down, the driver's side windows down, so they could hear any commands. So once all this is in place, then the driver will start backing in to the bay, following the parking lines, while the rear ground guide is guiding them back into the bay. As the driver gets closer, the rear ground guide will start slowing their hands or making smaller increments. Once the apparatus reaches the final destination, the ultimate parking point, they will use an X to signify to stop. Once that is done, the driver will then make sure that everybody is clear of the vehicle before they apply the brake and shift the engine into neutral. If there are any questions, comments, or concerns over this training, please feel free to contact me, Firefighter Richard Lujan, over the backing of an apparatus into a bay.